Welcome to Velocity Print's Marketing for Credit Unions presentation. You'll learn what it takes to streamline branded marketing product ordering and delivery anywhere and anytime it's needed. Today, you will hear from two distinguished panelists, Mandy DeHate, Associate Vice President at Visions Federal Credit Union, and David Benny, the President of Velocity.
As Kim mentioned, my name is Mandy DeHate. I'm the AVP of Marketing here at Visions Federal Credit Union. I've been with Visions for the past 15 years, and I've been fortunate enough to work in marketing for all but 3 months of that time, so I am very experienced in what we do here at Visions as it relates to marketing. And over the years, we've come up with some challenges, and the situation that I'm going to talk to you about today, I hope you will find to be very relevant, and hopefully it will help you in your marketing at your credit unions as well. So Visions is a rather large credit union based here in upstate New York. We've been around for over 50 years, and we have more than 191,000 members with 47 offices in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. So as you can imagine, with offices being in such diverse locations, it can be a challenge when you have a centralized marketing department, which is in Endicott, New York, but we have offices and business development officers and team members that we need to meet that are across 3 different states. So some of the unique challenges that we face, the first one is based on our location. So our office happens to be within a branch, which is great. We couldn't get any closer to the members. So our office is on the 2nd floor, the branch operates the 1st floor, and we have storage space in the basement. So as we're ordering our promotional items and our swag and all those great things, we're having to receive them to a retail branch location. Now, that presents challenges all its own. Thankfully, my team is very fit at handling boxes and moving things. But I think the time the semi-truck pulled up with the pallet full of marketing items was really the eye-opener for me that we really need a better situation here. Luckily, my team, went out to the street and we handed boxes back and forth and got things moved into the building, but it just wasn't conducive to what we wanted to do. The second part of that being the storage. So we're receiving these orders to a large retail location, and then we're storing them in the basement. So we're constantly, grabbing this cart and that cart and taking things down to the basement and, having to go through them ourselves. It said we were supposed to get 5,000 Frisbees. Did we get 5,000 Frisbees? Were any of them damaged? Do we have enough space to store them? All these sorts of things. Then when it came time for distribution, as I said, we have 3 different states full of branches and business development officers. It was one of my employees' responsibilities, or multiple employees, to pick, package, and ship those orders. So I'm constantly hearing questions asked around the office like, who has a box big enough for Frisbees and coffee mugs and umbrellas? And we're out of packing tape. How can I seal up this box? And we need the bubble wrap. Do we have any bubble wrap left over? And where's the hand cart? Oh, it's got boxes on it. We're going to need to unload it. And then we can load it back up again. What time does the FedEx guy get here? And then my favorite question of all, the call that you get on Monday, can we get it there by Tuesday? So as you can imagine, as we're trying to fulfill all of our employees' needs, we've got a pretty big job on our hands. So in doing that, the timeliness of deliveries was really kind of suffering. We were doing the best that we could, but you have to understand that we have regular day-to-day marketing job duties as well, and it's really hard to be at the disposal of everybody that needs an order on their schedule, and also they have limited storage space, so it's not like I can send them cases and cases of materials to have on hand because they don't have the space either. So we needed a solution. And we needed a solution rather quickly. So we were fortunate enough that our struggles on the day-to-day were witnessed by our beloved Velocity sales rep, Tom Houston, and he kind of was scratching his head as he's watching us run around and grab carts and move boxes and, oh, where's so-and-so? Oh, they're in the basement. They're sorting out the latest order that came in. So we were already a very satisfied print services client with Velocity, and Tom said, I think I could make this a little easier on you guys. And at that point, we were more than happy to listen to his solution. And what he proposed to us was the braided storefront through Velocity. So I listened to what he had to say, and we talked about the time frame on how long it would take to set things up. And for us, it needed to be within a new budget year. So we were probably talking about this in the end of 2016 and wanting to get set up for a budget year of 2017 so we could have those new funds to spend from and be able to budget accordingly. So within a few weeks of that conversation with Tom, we had worked with Velocity, and they were able to launch that custom storefront for us. And we were able to pass that on to our employees and our team members, knowing that everything was being warehoused and fulfilled by Velocity, and it was out of our hands, and we knew that it was being handled well. So to give you just a really quick before and after of how all this played out, before, our situation was we would wait for the order to arrive. We'd haul the boxes to the basement. One of my employees would take time out of their day to verify for quality and quantity. We'd have to find storage space. We'd have to unpack it, maybe repack it into something else. Anytime we had a request from one of our employees that's out, in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, we'd have to count it out. We'd have to find a box and package it and address it and ship it. And this could easily take 60 minutes out of somebody's day. Well, walk in that storefront and you've got it all. So all they need to do is log into the storefront. They fill your shopping cart as you would at any retail online shopping site. Select the shipping address as to where it's going to, confirm and place the order, and you're done. This brought us down to about 6 minutes, which was just a very, very welcome solution. The results that we're seeing from this are really great, and just to run through the advantages of it, one thing that was important to us is to be able to manage the site permissions. So we wanted users to be able to order what they needed, but we didn't want every employee here at Visions to have permissions and be able to go in and order things. So we were able to set up the users that we wanted, and then we also broke it out into specific cost centers. So we would know how much the New Jersey team was spending versus how much the Pennsylvania team was spending. At the onset, we were able to input all of our shipping locations. So right from the beginning, 47 locations all programmed in there. So when anyone is shopping, they can pick the location it needs to be shipped to. Very often here in marketing, we'll get an order for, let's say it's someone in the trust department. Well, they're not located where we are. So we can pick that location because it's programmed in there, and then we just maybe change the name to the trust person's name. We have Velocity doing the quality check and inventory monitoring for us. So there's never going to be a problem if the coffee mugs come in and the handle is broken off. Velocity is going to see that. They're going to check it, and they're going to get them restocked into the warehouse before we even know about it. When it comes time to auto reorder a product, we can set a minimum quantity on that. So let's say it's coffee mugs. That's a great example. When we get down to 50 coffee mugs, we can either set that product to auto reorder if that's a really hot item for us and we always need to have it in the storefront, or we can have it set to just give us a notice, be like, hey, you've only got 50 left, you might want to reconsider reordering, or if our mind we know that's a product that we're not going to use again, we can let it run down to 0 and then it will fall out of the storefront. It gave us so much more storage space. It's just wonderful to know that it's all in a climate-controlled, nice environment, being taken care of, and it's not us hauling it up and down the stairs or in the elevator here in the branch setting. The order history is phenomenal. I used that when it was time to order items for this year. We were able to look and see what items were ordered the most, what items were ordered the least, and then we could have the discussion with our team as far as, well, how come nobody used the chip clips? What was the reasoning on that? And we'd make sure we always had valuable items in the storefront for them to use. As I mentioned before about the permissions and the budgeting, that has worked out really well. We've had the storefront up for over a year, so all of 2017 and then now into 2018. So when it came time for me to set my budget for 2018, I had my employee pull a few reports to see which items were being used, how much each region was spending, and I was able to set regional budgets for the employees as well as getting those new items ordered for the upcoming year. Something that we found was very helpful to us, and Velocity had suggested it to us, is to include the cost of each item. It lets your user know the value of something, so we know that a pen costs less than a water bottle. But to them, it's really important for them to know, these water bottles that I'm handing out 50, 100 at a time cost the credit union $4, $5, $8, whatever it might be. So we wanted them to understand the cost of the items that they were using, and maybe they would think about things a little bit differently. If they were going to be in a crowd of 10,000 people, maybe they'd pick the chapstick to bring instead of those water bottles that were a more costly item. And the custom reports were great. There were a few we had requested from Velocity along the way, and they were very fast at getting those implemented for us. And it really helped us when it came budget time to not only know the quantity of items that were being used and what we needed to reorder, but also from what areas and what the needs were specifically. In New Jersey, for some reason, they like light up Piggy keychains. It's just something that they like down in that area, whereas in other areas they may be more into highlighter pens and water bottles. But the best part of all of this is it's left my staff more time for other projects. So that employee isn't spending an hour or more a day downstairs sorting through and picking and packaging orders themselves. It's all being handled for us. And when it comes to the disadvantages, there really aren't any that I have to mention. Now, I can only speak for myself and my team, and obviously we're very thrilled with this process and the partnership, but this is just my example. Dave from Velocity is going to explain just how flexible their fulfillment services are, and I'm hoping that one of those examples, or even my example, will let you know what a great process this can be for you.
Well, thank you, Mandy. Dave Benny, President of Velocity. I'll go through a little bit about how the credit union corporate storefront solution manages your print, promotional items. We have customers with trade show booths on it, and virtually all your marketing assets. Control starts right at the beginning. Password-controlled access. We have the ability to put multiple registration options, including open registration, restricted, pass-through, and self-registration options. User groups, we can limit permissions to different user groups. For example, marketing and brand managers might see every single item on the site, so their user experience might be a little different than division managers or branch managers or specific individuals that are being allowed to log into the site to order. We have sites with 900 sales and marketing people who log on, and sites with several thousand end users who can log on. The user profiles can be used for efficient form filling out and checkout options throughout the user experience. In the setup process, we put in specific download and drop-down menus, shipping information. All that information is preloaded. Moving on, we have unlimited products and categories. It's easy to categorize all marketing assets, the promotional swag, the print, inventory items, trade show items, or print-on-demand items. It's a simple shopping cart experience modeled after the largest e-commerce sites such as Amazon. There's complete order tracking from acknowledgement through delivery in real time. You receive an order confirmation, and then once it's shipped, it's shipping confirmation and the tracking information. All items are available in both print and electronic forms. So we have some customers who have a particularly printed brochure that is low usage, and they want the users to be able to log on and just download a PDF off the site to print it right at their desk and to use a small quantity. Moving on to the next slide, it can easily customize products. We can add logos and text and photographs, create a true customized marketing piece. Real-time proofs are provided right on the site, so the user gets to see exactly what the product looks like. Branding information is locked down to ensure the integrity of the brand, and we can customize materials and deliver as little as or as few as one, such as posters, prints, signage, wall graphics. Say, for example, you have 45 credit union branches, and there's a lobby poster that's car loans at 3.89%. One gets damaged in a specific branch. That branch manager can log on and order replacement of just one. This particular example shows, if we could just go back, shows a direct mail piece, probably a postcard or a mailer for low-cost mortgages. The site can be set up with users, branch managers, or marketing people in specific regions if they want to promote home mortgages and send out mailers specifically. They can upload a list. You can use Everydoor Direct. So the brand is pre-done, pre-locked down, based on your design team, and the end users who have access can go in and upload a list of maybe 100 or 1,000 names. They get an online proof, and the postcards are mailed directly out. On inventory management, here we go. We have real-time inventory for all products. So the admin users at the credit union can log on and see what inventory they have at any time and any product, set the reorder points, and we can change the reorder notifications. The average fulfillment time for an order that comes into Velocity is usually 24 to 48 hours, based on the size and the structure of the pieces, and that gets locked down when we're doing the site survey. Quality control checks at receiving of all items, and we report damage. We even have the ability to repair some trade show booths in-house or send them out for our customers. We have one particular customer that we house about 45 table drape cloths. And as they come in, they're inspected. We partner with a local dry cleaner. They're cleaned, dry cleaned, put back into inventory, and used for the fulfillment process. On to grouped items. Assets like trade show equipment can be grouped for easier checkout. We have a particular customer that groups together pop-up banners, 2 tablecloths, some brochure racks, and some electrical cords, and it's one item to make the user experience a little bit easier. They're not going in and selecting, oh, I need 2 pop-up banners, I need 2 tablecloths, I need a brochure rack, and I need a kit of electrical cords. It's particularly useful for our financial institutions when they have a display booth or a tabletop display at home shows or garden shows, hosted events, cocktail receptions, and trade shows. So the items are ordered by the end user and shipped directly to the location. Pocket folders and marketing materials can be pre-assembled as kits, so they're not ordering individual items. I need brochure A, brochure B, and C. Instead of ordering them separately and then assembling at the site, they can be pre-kitted and pre-ordered as a kit. So the kit ordering further enhances the user experience. Every porthole is unique. We can set budgets by users. Unique budgets for users and cost centers can be set up. Budgets can be applied to products, shipping, or the entire order. The admin can replenish budgets as needed, and because of the lockdown features and the admin permissions, there is certain restrictions can be applied for a branch manager who's excited about the new pen that was just put onto the site, and may restrict him to order 1,000 pens instead of 5,000 pens. So those permissions are built right into the portal. Admin access and reporting. We've designed the front-end user experience and the back-end dashboard be robust with specific credit union uniqueness. The extensive back-end admin reporting, which actually Mindy went through yesterday for her credit union, we can show in those reports who ordered what, where did it go, how much did it cost, what items are not moving and why, average monthly usage, optimal reorder points, complete low inventory reporting. It gives you the intelligence to see what's happening with your marketing materials. In conclusion, the site is completely customized around the customer. The site grows with you. As your credit union grows, so does the site. We can add multiple items. We can add different divisions. Inventory is optimized, fulfilled on demand for complete budgetary control. Hands-on customer service, which we haven't spoken about. So there is the ability to speak with someone live if they have problems with the site immediately from 8 to 4 daily Eastern Standard Time. So dedicated customer service comes along with that. The next steps, if you are interested in learning more and getting specific site demos, here's Tony's contact information, and you can reach out to him for sure.
Great. Thank you, Dave and Mandy. As Dave said, please feel free to reach out to Tony to schedule your own demo. Thank you.